Hello all my Kenvians, Papa Ken here. Well, specifically this video, at least at first, for my patrons over on Patreon. Now as you all know, I put up the post recently talking about how, basically I had been delaying the inevitable, that I was planning on closing down the Patreon, and because I felt like I wasn't bringing you all enough content, I wasn't bringing you consistent content, and because of the response that I got, some people that got in contact with me afterward and have spoken with me since, it has me thinking that closing down the Patreon altogether may be a bit hasty. Again, at least that's the way it seems. So what I want to do is I want to present this question to you. If I were to manage things this way, going forward, again, there will be times where I may just not be able to put out videos consistently. I may not be able to, there may be an entire month where I'm not able to put out any videos. Hopefully that would be unlikely, but it's always a possibility. But that being said, are you all, as my patrons, comfortable with me keeping the Patreon going live, and for any month that I don't make any content, if that was to occur, that I would pause the donations so there would be no money coming from you all for that particular month? The alternative is that I can change the Patreon, the Papa Ken Media Patreon over to what is called, well, I can't remember the actual name, but essentially, you all would be donating per content created. And because that can surge from time to time, depending on the month, I feel like I want to avoid that, just because, you know, there are times where I'll be able to put up a lot of posts, and I don't want that to, I'm finding it hard to put it into the right words, but, you know, I feel like that would be overall very inconsistent, because if I go to the pay per video release, or pay per, you know, specific post, that would just work out in a way that is more negative towards you all. But again, because it's like 1 month, it's like, you know, you wouldn't have to worry about paying anything, and then another month, like, if you are a $1 donor, you know, if I put out 10 videos that month, then that would be $10. But if you're a $5 patron, then that would obviously be a lot more. That would be $50. Again, I feel like I'm rambling, as I usually tend to on some of these videos, but I'm curious what your all's thoughts are. Are you more comfortable with me sticking with the way things are now, monthly patronage, and if, again, there's a month where I don't put out any content, that I will pause it so you won't get charged for that month? Or would you actually prefer to change things up and switch it over to pay per content, or pay per, well, not post, but pay per, I guess you would say, monetized content? I'll have to look into how all that works more, but if you're more comfortable with that, let me know, and I would be more restrictive on what basically counts as, you know, the particular posts. It wouldn't be, I would say it wouldn't be all of them, because that wouldn't be fair to you all. But again, let me know your thoughts on that, or, you know, if you honestly do feel that just because of the way that the Patreon has been going in a pattern over, you know, the last year or so, that maybe it is best for me to close down the Patreon. I'm seriously curious whether or not you all might think that. And I won't think of it as, you know, being negative towards me. I'll consider it constructive criticism, which is what I'm looking for in here. If you all have any advice or more things that you would like to see from me in that regard, as far as Patreon goes, please do let me know, because I want to take this seriously, and I do take it seriously. That's why, you know, that one post from before, why I was hit so hard and I felt the need to put that up. But again, I've been rambling, so I'll end it here. Again, I want to know your all's thoughts on this. If you do want me to keep the Patreon up and going, please let me know. Otherwise, you know, if there are people that think that maybe it is best to move away from Patreon, please let me know, and I will take it into strong consideration. But okay, everyone, until next time, I'm Papa Ken, and I will see you in the next video.